Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Well, today's video is all about how to become a millionaire with the BitTorrent Chain. So if you haven't heard of the BitTorrent Chain, this is news that has broken over the last couple of days surrounding BitTorrent. Apparently, they're now coming out with a layer 2 scaling solution. So this is a really big deal for anybody who's a hodler of BitTorrent, as well as anybody who may be looking at getting into BitTorrent, as it's available pretty much everywhere. So we're going to be talking about that in today's video, what it means to the project, what Justin Sun is probably thinking here, and where we think this thing is headed. So like I said, big deal. You're not going to want to miss this video. All right. Now, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you click the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. So, as I mentioned in the intro, the BitTorrent Chain is a layer 2 scaling and cross-chain solution. What it aims to do is solve Tron's problems for DeFi, for NFTs, for decentralized apps, and emerging blockchains. All right. Now, BTTC is co-developed by BitTorrent and the Tron core teams. And why I see this as a really big deal is for a couple of reasons. I'm going to break them down for you. So, number one, Justin Sun can't ignore the popularity of Polygon and what it has done for Ethereum. He can't ignore it, and neither can anyone else, right? So, as a layer 2 scaling solution, that's what Polygon does, is scalability, right? Polygon has created a tremendous value. So much so that as of this recording, it was ranked number 20 in the top 100 with a market cap of nearly $10 billion. All right, you can't ignore that. Number two, this also highlights the need to close the loop of layer 1 and layer 2 solutions under one umbrella, which is exactly what Sun aims to do. And that's a great idea in my view, all right? So why offer a product that one of your customers has to go somewhere else to have their needs met? That makes no sense. So in this solution, they keep the customers under their umbrella. I get it, okay? Number three, Justin Sun knows this was a move they needed to make in order to be competitive. So though he is a marketing master, when it comes to buying and bidding on just about anything to get publicity, when you think of the top blockchains and the conversations surrounding them, most people do not think of Tron. That's facts, right? So for example, I instantly think of Ethereum, I think of the Binance Smart Chain, I think of Polkadot, I think of Cardano, I think of Solana, which has been blowing up lately, right? I don't think of Tron. And I would argue that most people in crypto probably do not think of Tron either. Well, Justin Sun is no dummy, even though he did buy an Ethereum Rock NFT, but that's besides the point. And he knows that Tron has not been in the conversation, right? So proof of which is that Tron is ranked number 27. That's 7 spots behind Polygon. While BitTorrent, though more popular, is actually ranked number 52, which is exactly why they're doing this, right? So, number 4, Justin Sun's plan is to capitalize on the popularity of BitTorrent, which is arguably his most popular and established brand. BitTorrent has been around since early 2000, right? It's been around a long time. So he's pivoting the brand to the BitTorrent Chain, where he can expand upon DeFi, NFTs, decentralized applications, and emerging blockchains, right? Now, for those following at home, this actually isn't the first time that he's done this, all right? So he also pivoted Wink away from gaming to become an oracle, right? So he's reorged before and he knows it works. Number 5. So interoperability is the way of the future, which is one of the reasons that I've always really liked Polkadot, and I really like Cardano because they are compatible with Ethereum, right? Well, the plan is for the BitTorrent chain to be cross-compatible upon release with Tron, Ethereum, and the Binance Smart Chain, per a recent posting by Sun on Medium.com. That's a big deal, right? So the plan is to make BTTC cross-compatible with even more public chains in the future after those three. Really big deal, right? Now, number 6. So Justin Sun is putting his money where his mouth is and investing $1 billion into the way he views it is the Ethereum virtual machine, the EVM standard for compatibility to spur the migration of projects to the BTTC. He's investing $1 billion. He seems to have like a printing press of money, right? He never runs out of money. So he's investing $1 billion. Wow. Now, let's talk opportunity. So specifically, why this is such a colossal opportunity for everyone out there. Number one, we've already seen what the Binance Smart Chain has done for the meteoric rise of BNB. That's undeniable, right? And in the example I mentioned earlier with Polygon, they're now valued at nearly 10 billion, which is more than Tron at 6.7 billion and BitTorrent 2.8 billion combined in market caps, okay? So creating a layer 2 scaling solution is a no-brainer. Number 2, BTT is also a great opportunity because it's readily available as it is nearly everywhere. So personally, I typically buy BTT from Voyager when I'm picking it up, but it is all over the place, including KuCoin, Poloniex, and others. And by the way, I do have referral links in the video description for free money bonuses. So by all means, if you follow those links and sign up, you can get some free money along the way. When you do, you also help support the channel. So big thank you. All right. Now, number 3 is that BitTorrent currently has the most tokens of any of Justin Sun's projects at 990 billion. So what this means is that the price right now is so low that it is easy to buy a ton of BTT. To date, they have not conducted, this is number 4, any coin burns. Number 5, nor is BTT deflationary, right? Now the reason I bring this up is that these are staple characteristics of many newer currencies today. It does not have either one of those. And in fact, BTT has so many tokens that adopting these changes with the BTTC would make sense and could easily happen. Number 6, so it is also important to recognize that projects can change, right? So just because we think a project is defined by a certain set of values doesn't necessarily mean it will always be that way. So I think in crypto, investors can get tribalistic. You hear this term a lot, especially on CT, because they tend to look at projects as being fixed and how they operate when in fact, many can change at any time, right? A good example of this are the changes that they're making with Ethereum, including the hard forks to reduce the gas fees and to make Ethereum deflationary, right? They're also doing it by changing Ethereum to proof of stake from proof of work in Ethereum 2.0. So in my point is, why couldn't Justin Sun pivot BTT and Tron to be more competitive? The answer is he can and he is, all right? Now, the most important piece of information this entire video is that the release date is scheduled for October 30th. So, between now and then is a perfect time to load up on BTT, all right? So, for some final thoughts here. This is a really big deal. I think Justin Sun knew that Tron was not competitive with the other major blockchains. He is pivoting, he is rebranding, he's making a move here, he is investing. He's doing all those things that you want to see. Could the other things come in the future, like a reduction in coins? Sure, why not? Could they start coin burning? Yeah, of course they could. You know, there's things that are kind of around the bend. So I view this as a long-term deal. When you look at when they launched the Binance Smart Chain, it took quite a while for it to eventually take off, but when it did, it blasted off, right? I also think about what Cardano has done as of late. I personally thought Cardano had way too many tokens to ever move at the levels that it's moving at. But the market doesn't care. That's the truth, right? And so with BTT, could we have the exact same effect? I think we could. And so, when the coin is, no one wants it, is the time to be looking at it, right? Everybody wants it when it's valued really high, and they're all going to be kicking themselves for not getting more of it earlier. So I think BTT has a ton of potential here with the BTTC. You add on that Ethereum virtual machine standard compatibility. So we're talking the Binance Smart Chain, we're talking Ethereum, we're talking additional chains. He's definitely switching things up, and it's going to make Tron and BTT more competitive. Now, will Tron have some effects of this? Absolutely. Tron should do pretty great too. But the bottom line here is that BTT is a fantastic opportunity. Again, it's so low. This is like a Dogecoin. And again, case in point, look at Dogecoin. People never thought Dogecoin would go above, 5 cents. It went all the way to what, 65 cents, 75 cents. If Elon talked about it today, it could hit $1 for all we know. So the point is, with BTT, why couldn't we do the same thing, especially when they're rolling out their own chain now? That is a monster deal. And Tron is no slouchy either. I think Justin Sun had mentioned recently, they have over $10 billion TVL, that's total value locked in Tron. So Tron's been doing pretty well too. All of his projects do well. He's really smart. There's a lot of people that don't like him because they find him annoying because he bids on absolutely everything for publicity. And, I get it, right? But at the same time, he's also incredibly bright, incredibly smart. He knows what he's doing here. So do not sleep on BTT. That's the message of this video, all right? So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I'm also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where you can find me tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis, so check me out there. And for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.